Alright, we're here again with some more retro martial arts video game stuff. A looser idea of what this could be. It's possibly ninja related. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know what's in here. Let's take a look. What have we got? Ah, Shinobi. The classic Sega game, Shinobi. Right, probably one of my all-time favourite video games growing up. I'd credit this to being one of the first martial arts video games that I probably ever played. Okay, so probably 1987 or 1988 when this came out. Very influential to me. Probably one of the reasons why I turned out the way I turned out. So what were the first things that really introduced me to martial arts as a small child? For one thing, my father was doing martial arts. That was of interest to me. I'd seen the movie The Man from Hong Kong starring Jimmy Wang Yu and of course Sammo Hung, who would go on to be one of my favourite all-time Hong Kong martial arts movie stars. And of course the early 80s martial arts flicks that featured ninjas. One most notably being Enter the Ninja, starring Franco Nero and Sho Kosugi. Probably a bit young to be watching films like that at the time, but no doubt it was a favourite of mine and it got me interested in the things that I'm probably still interested in now. Of course, let's not forget about other Sho Kosugi productions like the TV show Master Ninja, which starred Lee Van Cleef and Tim Van Patten. And of course, a little bit later on, the American Ninja movies starring Michael Dudikoff. Whatever happened to Michael Dudikoff? Oh, he's still around, he's on social media. You can find him. He seems to be living on a tropical island somewhere with his family. Living it up, every now and then he posts a photo. Interesting. Anyways. Okay, so as you can see, this is the Sega Master System version of Shinobi. I never owned this on the Sega Master System. I always used to play the arcade game version, which ironically enough was located in a fish and chips shop just up the street from where my grandparents lived. So I never realised until I thought about it a while ago that when I'm talking about fish and chip shops, they're usually different ones, different locations, just happen to be in the story. So again, I was hardly high enough to reach the arcade machine in this place, but I used to play this game, I loved it, and like I said, it was one of my introductions to this genre. When I finally did manage to own a copy of this, it was on the Amstrad CPC. So that was a long time ago. I eventually got rid of that, and it was time to get myself a new copy for the collection, and this one will do. Alright, let's take a look inside. I'm not expecting a booklet here, so I didn't think so. Okay, here we go. There is our Sega Master System cartridge. Shinobi. Again, very, very influential to me, very important to my childhood. Stickers coming off a bit there. It's alright. Bit of super glue will fix that, no problem. Yeah, a lot of good times we had with these things. Master System cartridges. Quite good condition, quite happy with that. No booklet, but that's all good. We can always download it from the internet. Sweet. So I don't know a lot of information about what was going on behind the scenes with this game. I do know that Yutaka Sugano was the main guy that designed and directed the game. And that's about it. I know that he was involved with two Sonic games. Sonic 2 and Sonic Spinball, I believe. And he worked with some of the Sega Saturn stuff as well. So after leaving Sega, I think he joined up with another video game software company. So who else is of interest? Let me think. The music was important. So the music was by Yasuhiro Kawakami, also known as YK. And he did a lot of music for a lot of games that we may remember. He's currently an employee for Warner Music Japan, so that's pretty cool. So let me think, some of the games that he worked on would have been E-SWAT, Crackdown, the Sega version of Tetris, if you remember that. I think that has a little monkey on the side, so that was pretty cool. So I think one of his biggest achievements there was working on one of the Final Fantasy games. So there was something interesting that I picked up on one time with the music in Shinobi, specifically Stage 4. And of course, over the years of playing this game, I memorized a lot of the themes that were in the background. So strangely enough, on TV, on the music video station, there was a tribute to George Michael, who had just passed away, and they were playing all his video clips. A lot of these video clips I'd never seen before, and a lot of these songs I don't know, because, well, it's not really my type of music. There was this song that came up, it was called, I believe, Everything She Wants. I'd never heard this before, and as soon as it started up, I realised that it was the same theme as Stage 4 in Shinobi. And it kind of blew my mind. So it got me quite curious, was this an intentional copy of that song, or was it just by accident? This is something that you notice in a lot of Japanese games, specifically in the 80s, where popular American songs kind of make their way into the background music of some of these games. You know, they're not exactly the same, but you know, with this particular instance, it's very, very similar. I think there's a YouTube video out there where they put both the song and the theme to Stage 4 side by side, and you can see just how similar they are. Again, whether it was intentional or not, who knows? It's still interesting. Alright, quite happy with that. The sleeve is in pretty good condition. Let's take that out now. So, actually this brings something else to mind. Give me a second, I'll be back in a minute. Bang, check that out. Alright. This was something that I actually owned from back in the day. Tiger Electronics, known for some of the most annoying handheld games of the time. And yeah, I'd own this one from brand new. Not in the best condition, as you can see, but still lots of fun to look at. And would you know it? Look at that, same picture. Some reason he's got a ninja star stuck in his head here. Here, he's a little bit more fortunate. It's all good. Let's see, just out of curiosity, I'm pretty sure this... Here we go. Got batteries in there. Alright, so check this out. There you go. Yes, these were the types of games that we were playing in the 90s. Well, not all of us. those unfortunate enough. So as you can see, good times were had with this puppy. In fact, turn that off now. I think I got this for Christmas one year, so that were good times. That would have been during the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles days. And again, yes, at the time when they came out, I was batshit crazy about those as well. Come to think of it, give me another second. Oh man, we are bringing out the collectibles today. Alright, check that out. That was from back in the day, early 90s, whenever it was. This is the colour paperback of the original issue, or the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics. Very, very mature, very unlike the cartoon show of the time. Really dark, really cool. Yes, like I said, I was crazy into ninjas at the time. And as you can see there, don't know if you can see it all that clearly, but I managed to get it autographed by Kevin Eastman himself. Eastman. And he was a cool dude, too. Yeah, check that out. Alright, sweet. On its own, this comic is worth quite a bit. With the autograph, I'd say it's a pretty good collector's item. So yeah, something from my childhood, so I don't think I'll be getting rid of this thing anytime soon. So I just thought I'd share some of that fanboy material. Let's put that away so it's nice and safe. Alright, we've got ourselves a little amendment here for our video. Another package. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, so let's open it up. Alright, Shinobi again. Now, a different Shinobi. Let's have a look. Okay, the cassette version, the Spectrum version of Shinobi. Cool. You can see it's quite aged, but in good condition. Let's take everything out here. The old cassette case. Alright. And there is our cassette. Shinobi's greatest hits. Nah, just, yeah. Spectrum. I never owned a Spectrum. When I did own Shinobi, like I said, it was on the Amstrad CPC. And the version that I had featured this artwork. It was a box, of course. It wasn't a cassette. It was a box, and it had it was a disc inside. But this was the artwork that I had, which was cool. A cool looking piece of artwork. Now, it wasn't until, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, come to think of it, that I saw this artwork again, or something that was very similar. If you check this out, Kabuki Fox Jr. was feeling under the weather, so I thought I'd go and buy him a little treat so that when he woke up he had this laying next to him. Take a look at the artwork in the corner. Straight away this came to mind. So this is still around, this piece of artwork in some form. It's cool. Look at this. Very good condition for an old cassette here. I'm just trying to figure out what year this was released. Yeah, don't you just love how the screenshots on the back, and it says screenshots may be taken from a different version. But yeah, just see the screenshots to this game, especially back in the day. That first stage, I loved it. It used to really excite me when I saw Shinobi. I just loved it. Very cool. And back to our material at hand, which is the Sega Master System copy of Shinobi. And yeah, for a game from 1988, pretty good condition, pretty happy with it, and this is going straight into the collection. So yeah, that is the Sega Master System version of Shinobi. Now, obviously not as good as what the arcade game was. The one problem that I had with this was, for some reason, whatever reason it was, they changed the iconic background music to stage 1. Instead of that music, they've got the music from stage 2. I know, a whiny sort of a problem, but for me especially, one of the memories of playing the arcade game was the beautiful music in the background, and especially the music from stage 1. This is a bit of it. So sadly that was missing in this version of the game, which is a bit of a disappointment. So again, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the opening of this little puppy here, and we'll be back again to open up more retro martial arts video game stuff.